One of the more interesting stories, I think, of the weekend is The Rock's daughter's making her in-ring debut. She hasn't wrestled house shows even for NXT. She's making her in-ring debut at Stand and Deliver. And I'm just curious what you guys think of, does Thea Hale of Chase University, I think she's 19, have the most pressure of anybody on the weekend to make sure The Rock's daughter looks good in LA in her debut?
I don't expect them to do much together.
Mhm.
So, maybe just like almost like a cat fight or something. Like I can't imagine them doing like spots.
Unless
Um,
they've just practiced this match 100 times already.
Which
Possibly.
I'm sure they have. And Thea
Yeah.
is a good wrestler. I've watched her a lot on Level Up. I've watched her on
Yeah.
NXT. She's a good wrestler. I
Great
think,
fire.
yeah, great and really athletic.
Hmm.
I haven't seen, somebody, especially in NXT, somebody whose family name, like, of notoriety as big as Ava Rain. I think they just call her Ava now, Simone Johnson, making her debut in front of what'll probably be about 7,000 people, I think. I
Wow.
think 7,000 will be the sellout.
All right, I think another question is Dwayne there?
I think he'll I think he'll be backstage. I don't think he's not gonna make any appearance or anything. He's not gonna try to overshadow his daughter's moment. I think he'll be backstage watching, maybe in Gorilla with Shawn Michaels, which is,
Kind
of
of
all the
cool.
things
Yeah.
of all the things, like, all of their history, like, The Rock watching with Shawn Michaels, with his daughter making her debut under the supervision of the guy who tried to hold him back.
They've built this up really well because I was actually at the NXT tapings live in
Mhm.
Orlando in January. And I was sitting with Deb, who's in our Discord and in the fight game group. And I said to her, "Oh, they must be doing Thea and Ava as Ava's first match."
Mhm.
So that, I mean, I saw it then.
Yeah.
And that was like, that's over 2 months ago.
I wasn't
So,
sure she was ever gonna wrestle because she's had some injuries, like, she had
yeah.
the hip and she's had the knee things. I wasn't sure she was going to wrestle, so when they announced it, like, I could see 'em building it, but it still kinda came out of a
Sh-
surprise because she hasn't done house shows or anything.
Yeah, she's in much better shape now too than she
Mhm.
was even a couple months ago. So yeah, maybe it'll surprise everyone. And
I
yeah,
th I think Rock's gotta be there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope so. I hope
He
so.
does so many Instagram videos with the 2 youngest daughters, and he'll be a dad who worse than Rey Mysterio if he does not show up.
I
Hashtag girl dad.
I think he'll be there. I think he's going to try to lay low. He doesn't want to overshadow her moment. He's talked a lot about that, of trusting WWE, trusting Triple H, trusting the system.
Imagine you're Dwayne and you're trusting Triple H with and Shawn Michaels with
Yeah,
your
Your
daughter's
kid, yeah.
future
yeah,
when all they wanted
Mhm.
to do was sabotage Rock on the way up.
right.
Amazing. That
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 is
is
amazing.
I
that
think it
is.
speaks to a lot of the personality of The Rock, because even I've heard CM Punk talk about how he felt, I don't know, I forget the way he said it, but he kinda felt like he was a jerk to Rock in their feud and their buildup, and he
He's a jerk
apologized.
to
Yeah,
everybody.
but
This is
he
not
apologized.
this is not a
He
big difference.
apologized to Dwayne a couple years later and was like, "Hey, sorry if, I came off bad." And Rock said he waved it off. He's like, "No big deal." To the point where when Rock was doing that promo, on Raw, but, like, after the show, he called CM Punk, like, in the ring, called him on his phone to try to put him on the mic from his phone. I think The Rock is able to just brush stuff off and kinda move past things if he thinks it's, the right thing. I don't think he lets things stick with him, so
Except with Black Adam.
Black Adam. Hey, still 400 million to 73 million for Shazam. He was right to not wanna be a part of that Shazam movie.